If you have been seeing my videos, I'm building this engine for my Mitsubishi Eclipse, and this will be a very good engine and we're gonna get good horsepower out of there. I'm gonna shoot for 400, a little more maybe. I have two turbos. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use both, but at least one, the Garrett is a T04E. I'm gonna use that, and as part of building, rebuilding and restoring, you need some parts you can reuse, some parts just not worth to reuse, so you just buy new ones. And um, but some parts you need to do some maintenance like cleaning. So I know that from the guy that I bought the engine, not the car. He had this very good valves that he bought it, and they were a little oversized and all that stuff, but they're like this. Look at that. I hope you can focus. I can't believe that this, I don't believe that this is even sealing properly. So this valve is the air one, so the output. So you have one valve has to open, so the air and the gas, right, the E85 or whatever you're using, get inside the engine, and after it explodes, the other one gotta open, so this goes out. And this is controlled by the timing belts, which controls the camshaft and all that stuff, and open this, close that. And if when it's closed, it doesn't close properly, you are losing power there. The other thing is, when you have something like this, you have a lot of air resistance, because the air gets in there, and the air has lots of stuff, lots of places to stop and hang around, listen to some lounge, and while the engine is working. So we need power. So we are going, in this video, we are going to make that into this here. So this was one of those. I already did it, and we are going to make one together right now. So check it out. This is what we are going to use. This Scott Bright sort of sponge. This is the hard side. That is going to help us to clean the first carbon, right? So we're going to kind of clean all of this here. We are going to use the 800 grit sandpaper. We are going to use the 1500 grit. This is the brand I bought, but you don't need to get this brand. And 2000 grit. And finally, the 3000 grit, which is sort of a sponge. Look at that. Okay. So let's get this started. So now what we are going to do is we're going to set just this part here. You don't want to touch any of this here, this long stem in here, because this is the part that moves into the engine, opening and close. So you want this to be as smooth as possible. So we are going to put here just the tip of it. So we are going to use this here. I used this wet before, but I found that if you don't make it wet, this is better. So we are going to get this sponge, put right here, and give it a go. So you can see it starts disappearing, all the carbon. Note that I didn't type too much, so it fall off. Note that I don't do anything on this shiny part. So everything we do is until here. I should wear gloves. Let me go the other way now. Alright. So you see this is dirty. That's the last time I'm gonna use this one. Okay, time to wear some gloves. And let's keep going. So this is clean. You see there is absolutely nothing. Oh, there's one little particle in here. Let me go to the other direction. So I don't want, you see here, it's just right in the middle some, so I'm gonna get that right now. Look. All right. So my setup here, I got this oil pan, of course didn't have oil in it. You get a piece of 800 grit, doesn't need to be this small, put in the water. What happens is if you sand on dry, it's going to scratch. If you sand on water, this gets way softer and the finishing is much better. So let's see how it looks. This is going to finish, but it's also going to scratch a little bit because it's an 800. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch this in the water, put the paper here, and just give it to the world in here. All right, let's go the other way. Alright, let's get this straight in. Look at that. It's a very tedious job. Go. So you see that you have minor scratches, but it's pretty smooth. I'm gonna give it a little more. Alright, so okay, 800 grit is gone, done. Alright, 1500. And let's go to 2000 grit. You see how shiny it looks already? Look at that. Yeah, look. So finally we are going to do 3000 grit, which is this here, and if we need to get new cut of the paper. See how it looks. I think we might need a new one already. And now for this one, we are going to get the whole base of the valve, the whole body. There you go. And then that's it. I think I don't know if the previous guy that owned this engine that I bought, he sent or did something to make it like this, or it came like this on the piece, but it's pretty smooth. I can't feel anything. We need to run maybe a couple minutes with a compound, which is for polishing aluminum. I used to use a 3M one, so I'm gonna show you after we are done, and we're going to polish all of them, and then you're gonna see it changes a little bit. It makes it way shinier, which looks very, very cool. I mean, I don't know in the camera if you're gonna see any difference, but this is how it was before, and this is how it is now. So that's the way we clean a valve, or the valves, right? From this to that. Look at the difference. You can see that it's very shiny, this guy, and this one is very, very dirty. And also we need to polish with 3M compound. I'm not gonna put on the video because I don't have it now, but you use just a cloth like that. This is the cloth I use to clean the windows, so I bought a bag of it, and you just put a little bit of a compound there, and just same thing, put in your drill and right, just drill it, use it, and it's going to make it shiny and smooth. We do that because the least restriction you have here, the better for the air to get into the engine, or for the to get out of the engine, and actually for the air and fuel to get into the engine. So if this is very smooth, there's no restriction, the air just flows in, right? Whatever horsepower you can get, we're gonna get. And also remember, don't mess with this part here, because this is the part that goes in the engine and moves up and down in order to open and close the valves into the head, right? So the air gets in or out, or gets in and then out, right? Um, you got the picture. So don't mess with the wrong part of this. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe to my channel and also check out my website, which is www.carmodsgarage.com. And I'll see you on the next video.